Hey guys, Andrew Pisano here. Before we get to the show, I just wanted to let you know that we had some technical difficulties on this one. Everything seemed like it was going good. We were recording. Everything sounded fine. But then when I went to edit, everything was choppy. All the audio was choppy. So if I just played it for you the way we recorded, it would sound like this. And I troubleshooted this for about 5 hours. I'm going to be up super late tonight editing. And I went through everything. I almost bought a new audio board. And in the end, all it was I had to restart the computer. After I restarted the computer, everything was fine again. So unfortunately, the audio we recorded is not good. Now we have backup audio from the camera, but that's just one microphone far away. So unfortunately, that's all we have to use for this show. So the audio is not going to sound great this week. I apologize, but just please know that I did everything in my power to fix this, and I think we'll be fine for the next episode. So, yeah. Again, apologies for the bad audio quality, but I hope you still listen. Thank you.
So, is this on?
The other day, I thought I saw the Loch Ness Monster, but it turns out I just pooped in me bathtub.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with my brother Joe Pisano and Eric Hamilton.
Man, this show's gonna have to start just with some very bad news.
Yeah.
I would say this is probably maybe the worst wrestling loss of my life, maybe outside of Macho Man. I was just thinking about, like, Macho Man was kind of unexpected, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a car accident.
And that was bad because he's like on my top 10 list, and so is this guy, you know?
Yep.
He was always so good at what he did.
Yeah.
You know, as Razor, he was amazing. NWO, he was amazing. Like, he was the NWO. Like, he was the first guy to show up, and it changed wrestling forever. Him showing up to WCW just changed everything. While Nash was still ending his contract in WWF and doing his last WrestleMania against The Undertaker, like, he was there. You know who I am. You know where I'm from. Like, they made it like, I'm still with WWE, I'm just here to kill everybody.
You don't know why I'm here.
Yeah.
Where is the Nacho Man?
We got a few of these. He's the only one who can do it. Like, just show up and say 2 words.
Right.
And everyone just eats it up.
Yeah.
So, tough loss. I think he went in for, like, hip replacement, right?
Hip replacement.
Oh, sad.
Suffered 3 heart attacks after, he had a blood clot.
Yeah.
And I believe he had a pacemaker. I remember when ESPN did that story about him, like, 10 plus years ago.
Right.
I think that was one of the things he said that he had. But obviously he had a lot of, problems. Even back then they were like that his heart, like 10 years ago, his heart was super weak. Mm-hmm. And like in that documentary, Kevin Nash is like, I don't know how much longer his heart's going to be able to take this. And X-Pac's like, I've been waiting for his death for like the last couple years.
Yeah, man.
But then, he finally got sober through the help of DDP,
right?
And he was doing good for, at least he got to enjoy, some more years of his life, like sober,
right? Yeah.
But yeah, it's really devastating. 63 years old,
right?
But I mean, when you see him, like when he shows up to Raw or whatever, it's like it's like he was an 80-year-old man.
Yeah,
because it's like he doesn't move well at all, and
right. I mean,
that's drugs and alcohol for you.
I think the biggest takeaway you can get from it, though, is that you're never too old to turn your life around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because if he didn't, he probably would have, died sooner.
Yeah.
So Kevin Nash tweeted that he was put on life support, but then was taken off of it once his family was in place. Mm-hmm. And then he died WWE announced it first. Like as soon as Raw started, they put up the graphic, and before that, like Nash and X-Pac were like, well, he's still, and this is only like an hour or two before Raw.
Yeah.
Like he's off life support, but he's still technically alive right
his
now.
heart was still beating.
So he must have died shortly before Raw. And towards the end of the show, they played a video package that was really, really cool.
They must have put that together that night.
Well, yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there are news stations that do death video packages for celebrities so that, like, when one dies, they just have it ready to go. But WWE's not a news station. They don't have to, like, break a story right away.
There's an SNL skit with, I think, Dana Carvey is Tom Brokaw doing him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this happened towards the end of Raw, so yeah, they probably took, a couple hours to make this video package. Corey Graves was very emotional while talking about him, and he struggled he was like, now we say goodbye to the bad guy.
Right.
And it was like, fuck. Yeah. But really nice video package, and he's one of the best ever. The guy had a lot of problems in his life, obviously.
Right.
From, like, he killed a guy in his early 20s. In like a self-defense thing, like it just wasn't a good start.
If you think about the greatest wrestlers of all time, they all seem to have rough lives.
I mean, especially back then.
Hogan and Flair, just all these,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? It's like, man.
And now it's a lot different. Now they all just play video games, and
right, yeah.
For the most part, like
they're all on Twitch.
Randy Orton's like, I'm the last one.
Yeah, the last one.
I am the last one.
He's like got like a mirror. It's like, come on, guys, who's doing the blow with me? They're like, oh, we're late for our Twitch stream.
I have a Madden tournament, dude. What the hell?
Right? Yeah. Come on, me and the guys are playing Uno online.
We're streaming Uno.
We're streaming Uno, the video game.
Yeah. I would say, obviously watch his matches, but also watch his shoot interviews on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because they are the best. Like, he might be the best shoot interview guy, that there ever has been, just because he's told so many great stories. Like, he was telling when he was leaving WWE to go to WCW, and his last contractual obligation was a house show in the Garden, in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
And he said, like, even then, like, everyone knew he was leaving. Like, the fans in Madison Square Garden, and when he was coming out, they were chanting, please don't go, please don't go.
Yeah.
But then once he jobbed to Triple H in the match, then they knew he was gone.
Oh, yeah.
And then they were chanting, you sold out, you sold out.
Oh,
and then he says he was motioning to the crowd, like, you tell him, give me the money, and I'll stay right here. But then he grabbed the mic and he told the fans of Madison Square Garden, say, and then they went goodbye to the bad guy. So that was, I guess, the first time he did.
That was the night
goodbye.
That was the curtain call, right?
That was the curtain call, yeah. So, R.I.P. Scott Hall. Sad stuff, but
definitely.
Yeah. Anyways, in not so smooth transitions, we have to give a shout out to some patrons and some fans who bought T-shirts.
I thought you were going to say, and equally depressing, we have to review SmackDown.
Well, that's true.
That too.
Yeah. But first, some uplifting news, at least for us. Alan Dick got a year subscription on patreon.com/What's Wrong With Wrestling.
He's not dicking around.
So thank you. Well, he can dick around, on our Patreon page now, because there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Can you though?
Yeah, there's a couple of
all right through it.
There's a couple of hottest male wrestler brackets to go through.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dicks.
Yeah.
Right. I think did we have, was it 64 the last one we did? Yeah, so
64 men.
That's a lot.
64 men came and went.
And the last one was the hottest male wrestler of all time. Scott Hall is on that bracket.
Yes.
And
what about the greatest to never win the big one?
Yes, he's also on that one. Yeah,
he's on there. Does very well.
Greatest Intercontinental Champion bracket.
Of
course, he's on there as well. So check it out. Patreon.com/What's Wrong With Wrestling. $5 a month gets you everything. You can cancel anytime.
Yeah, and I believe he's on the hairiest chest bracket. I believe. Did that one never air?
We never aired that one because
we've got that one stored for a rainy day.
Because we fought over whether or not to include George Animal Steel because that's kind of like he just wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, no one's going to beat him.
It's the automatic winner.
But well.
And thank you to Nicholas Ryder who bought the pizza T-shirt.
Was it the red one?
I don't know.
You know, the smart color.
ProWrestlingTees.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. Get your T-shirts before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
To wear at WrestleMania.
Yeah, what else are you gonna wear at WrestleMania?
Yeah. Well, Eric will wear like WWE shirts, but the rest of us
I
wear
What's Wrong with
my
Kick Out. Where my kick out? Yeah.
Well, you do have that cool
Right.
WrestleMania Hamilton shirt that you wore, I believe, on 19.
Oh, my jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably wear that to the live show, which will be Saturday, April 2nd.
Whatever. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's April. It's April 2nd. Yeah.
Sure.
April. No, it's April 2nd.
April 2nd.
April 2nd. Turning Point.
Beer in
I believe
Dallas.
It's Fort Worth, right?
Well, it's Bedford.
Bedford.
It's in between.
It's very nice.
Just Google Turning Point.
Yeah.
It's on the Facebook page.
And is it 1 p.m.?
1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're going to be doing a live show, and there's actually going to be a local wrestling show that is going to be going on right after ours.
Yeah. Right.
So
one of the guys used to be in WWE.
Really?
Rodney Mack.
Who is he?
Bottom right.
Is Rodney Mack in WWE?
For a little bit, yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we're partnering with them, and come watch a live podcast with us, fill out a WrestleMania scorecard for a chance to be on the show.
Yeah.
And then watch some local wrestling.
Yeah, drink some beer, buy us some beer.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Buy us some beer.
Please.
And also don't forget to subscribe and listen to our other podcast, Hollywood Hogwash, available anywhere podcasts are heard. We had the Batman review a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Moon Knight is coming out in a couple weeks, so that's going to be a big deal for us. Sonic movie as well, but go check it out. Alright, so SmackDown opens with Cowboy Brock.
Yeah. He's officially Cowboy Brock now.
They should just introduce him as Cowboy Brock.
Right. It's like
Cowboy Brock.
he's on his third kind of gimmick. There was next big thing, Beast Incarnate, and now Cowboy Brock.
Yeah. Well, what's the Streak Killer? I don't know.
That was still Beast Incarnate.
Beast Incarnate. That's
and after WrestleMania, Brokeback Brock.
That's right.
Yeah, because Roman will break his back.
Things are gonna get interesting.
Break something.
Wasn't there a failed pitch where Vince wanted Brock to be gay, with Kurt Angle?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, but they kind of toyed with it on the show a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it was gonna be one of them was literally in love with the other. I think it was gonna be Brock, and they were like, yeah, I don't know if that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah, probably not.
Was Billy and Chuck already around at that point?
I don't remember.
So I was gonna say, I guess they ended up getting that gimmick.
If I played WWE 2K22, I don't, but if I did,
right,
I would. I'm sure already there's a Cowboy Brock you could download that a fan created.
Oh, for sure.
Those fan creations are really good.
Yeah.
I would just play as Cowboy Brock.
Yeah.
Just wearing a cowboy hat that never falls off.
Correct.
Right.
That's how those games work.
Yeah.
Somehow.
In tights.
You're hit with a suplex, hat stays on.
Right.
You tombstone Brock Lesnar, hats on. Yeah.
And he can no sell it because the hat took all the force of it.
Right. Remember when Shawn Michaels came out of retirement? He had that hat, and it was like, what'd you think? The hat wasn't gonna fall off, Shawn?
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh God, oh no! He's bald! He's fully bald!
Ugh.
He's fucking stone cold!
He got mange.
I remember
Speaking of heartbreak.
Yeah.
Right.
It's weird. I had a dream that, I guess Scott Hall's death triggered, I had a dream that Shawn Michaels died the next day. We were going to be like, oh God, Scott Hall and Shawn Michaels, back-to-back days. How awful.
God.
So, thank God for that.
Easy.
So yeah, Brock calls out Roman Reigns for making him bleed at the Madison Square Garden house show. Again, he hasn't been on Raw. He's the Raw champion.
Right.
He hasn't been on Raw in weeks.
Right. Doesn't exist.
And he probably won't be on Raw again.
Yeah.
Maybe never. Yeah.
So he throws the WWE Championship out of the ring. He's like, I don't give a fuck about this. And it's like, okay. You don't care about the title that you have?
Right.
And he demands that Reigns comes out. He's like, you done screwed up, Roman. It's like, all right.
Okay. Yeah.
You're not really a cowboy.
No.
Yeah.
You live in Canada.
Right.
Not fucking Missouri.
You done screwed up, boy.
Missouri.
Or Texas, like the Undertaker would say that.
Yeah.
You done screwed up.
So Paul Heyman comes out and he says Reigns isn't here tonight.
Surprise.
And Brock says, if what you're saying is true, then who's going to protect you, Paul? Brock hops out of the ring and runs after Heyman. Heyman waddles to the back.
Somehow out-waddles a running Brock.
Yeah. In real life, there's no chance, even with Heyman getting like a 50-foot head start.
50 feet, 50 yards.
So Heyman, he runs to the back. Brock destroys some security guards on the way, and that's really what Brock does best, is beating up security guards.
Yeah.
Because it always looks so brutal when he does it. Because he just like shoves them into things that make loud noises.
Those guys are always so eager to be like, look how hard I can take a bump.
Right.
Yeah, they're up and comers or local guys. And
Yeah.
Brock's like, are you doing anything to these guys? Did they sign the waiver? They did? Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Did you pay him the $50?
50 bucks, but...
You mean, did they pay us the 50? Yeah, they paid us the $50.
You mean, did we feed them? Yeah, we fed them,
Yeah.
So Heyman escapes in a car before Brock could get to him, and that's all they have on SmackDown for the Roman-Brock feud.
That's it.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing.
Right, yeah.
So,
Brock,
Well, we still got, what, 2 weeks?
He was too busy. 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
3 more SmackDowns,
Yeah.
2 more Raws. All right, next up we have Ridge Holland and Sheamus versus The New Day. And
maybe.
in Holland and Sheamus's corner,
Oh, God.
we have a new up-and-coming wrestler,
Award nominee.
and his name is Butch.
Butch.
And in a backstage interview, Sheamus is like, some of you might know him by his other name, but we've known him for years as Butch.
What? So dumb.
I'm playing every second of this. Yeah.
You have an established star of NXT. He's been a multiple champion. He's held the belt for like 2 years, didn't he?
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah, the UK champion.
Right.
Like everyone knows who he is, and he's established. You can say it. In our corner, our longtime friend Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
That's it, Pete
Who
Dunne.
fucking cares? Why do you have to change the name?
Butch.
And he walks up, he looks like a child with the fucking hat. He has the Sheamus hat.
What I'm
and the
thinking
jacket.
is which one of the newsies inspired your outfit?
Yeah, right.
Was it Crunchy?
Wasn't crunchy. No, but like, why not just say, you might know him as Pete Dunne, but we know him as
That
Butch.
would still be terrible.
Sure, but at least they're acknowledging that this guy, it's Pete Dunne.
Right.
The people like trying to defend this, like, well, what's a better name than Butch? And I'm like, Pete Dunne. It doesn't matter. The name is naming him Butch isn't the problem. It's changing his name to anything is the problem.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they would have changed his name to. It would have been stupid because if you watch NXT, that's canon. Dolph Ziggler is the NXT champion. You can't tell me that You can't tell me that NXT is not canon anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
When you've got people going, Miz is on NXT tonight.
He is. Bringing Miz TV to NXT.
Yeah, because the ratings are terrible. I get that. But still, there's still too many fans that know Pete Dunne as Pete Dunne.
Right.
Especially the fans that go to your fucking shows.
Or
Butch.
watch. Or just watch.
Butch, is it the 1940s?
Yeah.
I immediately thought of Bruce Willis in Pulp Fiction, because he's Butch.
Yeah.
Buenas noches, Butch. But it's like, holy shit, man. And this was just bad karma from the beginning. I guess this was all because of Butch, but mid-match, Big E and Holland were fighting outside the ring. Holland goes for an overhead belly-to-belly suplex, but he drops Big E right on the top of his head.
Ouch.
Big E's neck is broken.
Mm-hmm.
Confirmed.
He did, in news, I don't know, but he did say that it was a good neck break.
Yeah.
It wasn't the bad.
He doesn't have to have
break.
surgery.
Yeah.
It wasn't displaced. But
He will
still,
not be at WrestleMania.
it's going to be out for a while.
Right. Because you wanted to see Big E, Kofi, and the full New Day versus Butch, Sheamus, and Ridge Holland.
Oh, was that probably where it was going?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Xavier Woods returned at a house show,
Yeah.
but
Why?
they're not putting him on TV.
Well, I'm sure he'll be there this week.
Right, yeah, now that Big E's out. But they finished the match. They rushed it. Kofi went to the top rope. Butch distracted him.
Yeah.
And then Sheamus hit Kofi with the bro kick for the win. And then after the match, Butch attacked Kofi. And Sheamus and Holland were like, oh, that's enough. No, that's too much, Butch. Oh, you're crazy.
Right.
And then he did it again. They're like, oh, no, Butch. No, Butch, no.
No, please, Butch.
Oh, you're so crazy, Butch. Wow. Sheamus, you ran over Jeff Hardy with your car!
But he's the crazy one.
And Butch a couple punches to Kofi? Oh, that's too much. That's too much, Butch. Jesus.
This is Butch. This is how he is.
Yeah. Old Butch.
Oh, Butch.
What is it like to kill a man, Butch?
Pulp Fiction. All right, so next up, we have Drew McIntyre and the Viking Raiders versus Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, and Jinder Mahal. What do all these people have to do with each other?
Top right.
Top right. We got it.
Correct.
Drew McIntyre, the Viking Raiders, Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, Jinder Mahal, and Shanky.
They might as well add Shanky, yeah.
He was there. Thankfully, though, this match never happened.
Sure.
That's a plus.
It's just put off a week.
McIntyre comes out to the ring with his big cock sword.
Uh-huh.
But then they show Corbin, Moss, Mahal, and Shanky beating up the Viking Raiders backstage. Then the 4 bad guys run out and attack Drew. And all 4 of them can't take McIntyre out.
Well, when you run at him one at a time.
Yeah.
But then they all like jumped on him in the ring, tied him in the ropes, and then he still fucking beat all of them up.
Right.
I mean, think about the 4.
Yeah.
Come on, it's not a
No
good-
wonder-
Oh, Shanky is 6'10". Fucking.
I mean, no wonder they don't want Drew McIntyre fighting Roman. He'll instantly kill him.
We'll destroy him.
Yeah. No match.
So Corbin retreats and McIntyre beats up all the other jobbers. Good God. I can't believe this is a match. I think of all the matches, this is the one I want to see the least. I'd rather see Logan Paul and The Miz versus the Mysterios. You know, rather than seeing McIntyre and Corbin for the fucking 15th time.
At Mania.
At Mania.
In a regular match for nothing.
Yeah, they gotta at least make it like no false count anywhere or a
Please,
street
anything.
fight. Something.
Fucking Inferno match. Who cares?
Please set them both on fire.
Absolutely.
A sword and a pole match.
Right.
Again, McIntyre, another guy that was so over. He won the 2020 Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And we fucking lost our shit. He beat Brock Lesnar at COVID Mania, and we were like, yeah, all right. But that wasn't McIntyre's fault.
Right.
But he was so over. Now he's just a fucking geek with a toy sword.
Yeah.
So fucking lame.
Right.
Guy needs
Fucking LARPer.
LARPer. Next, speaking of things that suck, we have an in-ring promo from Ronda Rousey,
Oh boy.
and she's just not good.
No.
It's not good anymore.
No.
She says, last week Charlotte Flair called me a one-trick pony that can only win with an armbar, which is like calling Mike Tyson a one-trick pony because he only wins by punching people.
What?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But-
That's actually not clever.
No.
Whatever idiot writer thought of that,
Right.
it's not clever because in boxing, the only way to win is by punching.
That's
Correct.
It's the only way to win.
We don't call every boxer a one-trick pony.
In wrestling,
Oh, you just punched again?
in wrestling, there's so many different ways to win.
Literally, Ronda has a finisher.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to finish someone. Like finishers. Eric, what are
Fatalities?
they? No, I just meant like name every finisher.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
There's hundreds of submissions.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure,
she
sure.
could hit Piper's Pit. She could win by countout. She could win by DQ. I mean, there's so many ways to win.
Right, snap your neck, whatever.
She could use like Asuka's finisher or Samoa Joe's finisher or
Yeah,
Shayna Baszler's finisher.
Yeah.
All those different finishers.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
All those one-trick ponies.
Or Rusev's finisher or Iron Sheik's finisher.
Yeah.
She also says that, yeah, she also says she's been refining the ankle lock that she learned from her first mentor in wrestling, Kurt Angle, because she wants to tap Charlotte out with it again, but at WrestleMania. Let's remember that.
Okay.
She wants to make her tap to the ankle lock. So, and I guess they wanted Ronda to have a more visual appealing submission move,
Right.
because it looks better than the armbar,
Right.
you know, because you're standing up, I guess, but...
Sure, why not?
So Charlotte comes out and tells Ronda, I'm going to humiliate you at WrestleMania and make you tap out. And Ronda's like, oh, let's do it right now. I'll give you time to take your heels off. Come on, let's go. And Charlotte leaves. And then Ronda says at WrestleMania, I'm either going home with your arm or you're going to tap out. I thought it was the ankle lock.
Right.
I thought you were going to do the
Shouldn't
ankle
we
lock.
be going home with her ankle?
Her foot?
Her leg?
I'm going to take off her foot
Yes.
and mail it to the Gonzalez. I'm going to send this to...
Take your foot. Excuse me.
I'm gonna mail it to What's Wrong with Wrestling. So it could be one of their pops on their table.
You have my attention.
That'll take up like half the pop. She's got big feet.
Big feet.
So, all right. Anyways, let's move on.
Sure.
Next up,
Joe? Yeah, sure.
next up we have the new tag team of Sasha Banks and Naomi.
Oh yeah, that legendary tag team.
Versus the other legendary tag team of Shayna Baszler and Natalya.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Queen Zelina and Carmella sitting ringside, but they both interfered to try to fuck with Sasha, but they both suck, so they can't.
Right.
And then Sasha beat Natalya with like a code breaker variant.
That was kind of cool.
Very.
Yeah, she's never done that.
No. Hey, new tag team, new finisher. You think it'd be a double team finisher, but
No, of course not.
maybe, Sasha could do that. The opponent falls back on the mat, and then Naomi just drops her ass on them.
Sit on her face. Is it a submission? Is it a pin?
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah.
Yes.
But like, if Sasha and Naomi don't win these belts, like they just won't be a tag team like the next week, right? They'll just be like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, no.
Well, we tried.
Because Sasha's like, what the fuck? I'm the best wrestler. I don't have a singles match at Mania.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go. Obviously, we have to put you at Mania, so you'll be in a tag team, and then the next night, we'll just pretend that never happened.
I think so.
Unless they win, they could win. Because like, it doesn't really matter. Like, what feeling do you have about this match? Carmella and Vega versus Sasha and Naomi versus Ripley and Liv.
I have zero feeling.
Exactly.
But I mean,
because it doesn't matter.
They're gonna definitely win, right?
I don't know. They could give it to Liv and Rhea.
The women's tag belts are always random. Like, didn't the Iconics won that one year, right?
Yeah.
At WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you never know who's gonna win that.
That's what I mean. It's not important. Like it's not important to WWE. And I feel like Sasha's just like, fine, I'll be in a tag team match, but I'm not winning these belts. I'm not a tag champ. I'm not going to do that again.
The only thing I'd like to see, if they did win it,
Yeah.
I'd like for Bayley to return at the next show.
Yeah.
And Sasha turns on Naomi and gives the belt to Bayley.
Yeah, but Sasha goes heel again.
They've already been a team and broke up and been a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they've done it.
They've already kind of. Yeah, I think it'd be more interesting if Bayley returns and she's like, "Fuck you, Sasha. I'll find another partner."
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, as of right now, they hate each other.
Right.
I've forgotten everything.
The
And
last
she
time
could-
the last time they interacted, they were feuding.
She could be with Shotzi, new random.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be great. Yeah. All right, next up we have an in-ring promo from the Usos. Jimmy says, 236 days as your SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And Jay yells, that's almost 1 year. Lashley?
No.
120 days more.
Yeah.
That's a lot of days.
4 months.
4 months is a long.
I'm sure you'll get there.
Right,
Usos.
you're like 2/3 of the way there.
I'm sure they'll get there, but
Yeah.
Right.
that's, you got a while. Then Jimmy says, Roman Reigns, 557 days as Universal Champion, and Jay yells, that's almost 2 years. But no, that's
Jay.
155 more days.
No.
Yeah. So close.
No, not really though. But
Not really. Yeah.
And then the Usos say that WWE management doesn't have a tag team for them to face at WrestleMania, and they're bragging about it. I guess they don't want a payday.
No.
Ha! We're not gonna make any money.
We don't have to be at WrestleMania.
Oh shit.
Damn.
So Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs, they came back from their Toyota Tundra, whatever the fuck that was.
Sure. Yeah.
Toyota Tundra vacation.
Right.
Or was it a Tundra? I don't
Speaking
know.
of broke Brock Mountain.
Yeah. They come out because they want a tag title match at Mania, and Jimmy tells Boogs, if you could beat Jay tonight, then we'll give you that match because we're Adam Pearce now.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
And you're like, oh, Boogs is injured? Oh, he's 100% winning this.
Right.
Yeah, he was selling an injured leg. He had it all wrapped up, and he was faking it. Nakamura's blowjobs in the Tundra cured him. And then Boogs beat Jay with the pump handle slam or the Boogs cruise, if you want to call it that.
Only if you want to call it that.
And then they yell, Nakamura and Boogs are going to WrestleMania.
They're going.
Man, it's
I don't know. I'm
really-
thinking SmackDown.
they really
I
killed.
think WrestleMania SmackDown.
Yeah, good, yeah.
They really killed Boogs' personality.
Yeah.
Like, now he just has a red singlet, they cut his hair. Like, he used to have his hair, like, all crazy. He had that, like...
Again, I
like,
still don't
overalls.
understand why he cut his hair. They must have been like, hey, you're going to turn on Nakamura next week, so cut your hair. And then he did it, and then he cuts, and they're like, yeah, change of plans. No, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
I already cut my hair! I don't look like a rock star anymore.
Right.
Yeah, sorry about that, bro.
Sorry about that.
Hey, next week, shave your head. They just like fuck with him. Yeah, shave your head. Fucking idiot. He's really gonna do it.
I better fucking do it.
He's really gonna shave his fucking head.
Shave your mustache.
He's desperate to do
He'll
it.
shave anything.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
So, after the match, Jimmy smashes Boog's guitar over his back, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
That's fine.
Who cares?
Next up, we have Sami Zayn versus Ricochet for the Intercontinental Championship.
Again?
Yeah, we're not sure. It is a rematch. Backstage before the match, Sammy bitched to Caleb Braxton because Johnny Knoxville publicized his phone number in a Sky message, and now he's received thousands of phone calls.
Yeah.
You can call that number.
Did you?
Yes.
What happened?
You get a Sami Zayn voicemail.
Oh, okay.
It's like him in character, right?
No, I think they did it to try to like keep kayfabe alive because it's as if it's like his real. Oh, now you can't. Now it doesn't even ring. When I called it though, he was like, "Hey, this is Sami Zayn. Just leave a message. I'll get back to you." It was like something very basic.
He wasn't like, "Hey, this is Rami Sabai."
No. I was expecting his voice would be like, "Stop calling me," like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, but the voice message box was full, so I couldn't.
No, couldn't leave a message.
Of course. Yeah.
Ask him to be on the podcast.
I mean, he's been like really keeping that alive on social media. Like he's posting screenshots of people calling him.
Right.
He posted a video of like a little kid FaceTiming him. It's probably like his nephew or some shit.
Right.
But still, it's pretty funny.
There was a video from like a house show over the weekend where he's coming to the ring, and you always bring your cell phone with you to the ring, and he got a call right as like he's about to get in the ring.
Well, if you're Austin Theory, you bring your phone to the ring, and
That's true.
he did come out before this match, and he started talking shit to Pat McAfee. He slapped the headphones off of Pat's head again, so McAfee leaps off the announce table and kicks Theory's ass as Michael Cole yells, "No, not like this, Pat! No, be professional! No, not like this!"
Hey, Michael, have you been to any shows ever?
Right.
Come on.
And then officials run out and eventually separate them, and McAfee left Cole to call the match by himself. And Cole said McAfee was unprofessional for attacking Theory, even though Theory attacked him first. And he's like, he might be suspended or fined. So maybe McAfee doesn't call WrestleMania, like maybe he's not on the announce team for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
It could be. Yeah.
maybe.
Since he has a match, but as for this match, Sammy goes for a suplex, but Ricochet countered in midair with a Hurricane Rana. That was very nice. Later, Sammy went for the haluva kick, but Ricochet countered with the recoil. Code breaker. And then he hits the 630 right on Sammy's dick.
Nice.
And retains.
Yeah.
And Sammy, it's hard to tell whether that really affected him because Sammy really was holding his dick after the match. Like he really sold it, so
He really sold his
he
dick.
could have really fucking hurt his nuts. I don't know.
Squash his nuts.
But again, Ricochet doesn't really do the 630 that much anymore.
No, he doesn't.
I think in an interview he said it's been affecting his back or something like that, or his neck. So yeah. So Ricochet retains. So I guess it's not an Intercontinental Championship match.
No, I really thought it was going to be, although it still can.
But then what does Ricochet do at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Triple threat.
Maybe.
Just do a ladder match. Throw a few
Well,
guys in
yeah,
there.
people are saying in honor of Scott Hall.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do a ladder match. Do a Scott Hall Memorial ladder match.
Right.
And it's for the Intercontinental title every year.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
It would be amazing.
Yeah. I mean, the ladder matches that they've had at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The one Zack Ryder.
You can even bring guys from Raw in. Who cares?
Who gives a shit?
Put an NXT guy or two.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
So backstage, Ronda and Charlotte were brawling as officials struggled to break them up. It seemed like they're trying to do what they did a few years ago with that parking lot brawl with the three of them.
But I couldn't care less about this feud.
No, it's not been good.
All the heat is actually with Becky and Belair.
Yeah.
They're working that feud so well.
It's way better than this, that's for sure. Charlotte suplexed Ronda onto a car and then locked in a weird submission while fish hooking Ronda's mouth, and it was very pornographic.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not the
It's very pornographic.
Either one of them, have been in that situation.
I don't know about you freaks that watch those pornos where they fish hook the women. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, how does that turn you on?
Right.
That's just gross.
Hey, what's this foot world?
Hey, stop! That's not. That's
really gross. Foot world.
I'm on a kickball team. It's just teach me technique.
It's kickball techniques.
All right, moving on to Raw. We open with Kevin Owens. Obviously, they played the Scott Hall graphic first.
Yeah.
And
sorry, it's a delay. What's this foot world? No, it's football world. Oh, it's actually foot on my balls world.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, too real. So Raw. Okay, Kevin Owens comes out. They played fake boos, but some of the fans were booing him anyway.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is the only way that Owens can get boos is by feuding with Stone Cold.
Right.
Like the one man.
I know.
And he starts his promo with, "Hey yo."
That was good.
But this stupid crowd didn't even react to it.
Correct.
"Hey Jacksonville, the fuck is wrong with you?"
Right.
Wake up, freaks.
He's like, "Hey yo," and then,
Yeah.
like, come on now. I guess you're right. Scott Hall's the only one that can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Owens yells, "I'm going to WrestleMania! I use my superior Canadian intellect!" And the fans chant USA, because, America.
Sure, of course, yeah.
He mentions Canada and then USA.
Fuck you, don't mention Canada.
Yeah, right.
So Owens goes with
Fucking
it.
other countries.
Yeah. Owens goes with it, and this was really good.
The entire world, including the USA, gets to witness the most stupendous chaos show of all time as I decimate and smear old Stone Cold all over Texas, from Dallas to Austin to San Antonio to Corpus Christi and back to Laredo. Steve, I heard you loud and clear. I heard you say you were coming to WrestleMania to open up one last can of whoop-ass on me. Moi? That's not gonna be happening. The only can that's gonna be opened is a nice cold can of Canadian beer after I'm done with you. Oh yeah. And you know what? I don't even like beer, but I'm gonna make an exception on that night. Because Steve, mark my words, nobody will be saying, "Oh, hell yeah," when I'm done with you. In fact, everyone is going to be saying, "Oh, hell no," as they watch me beat the living hell out of you. And that's the bottom line, 'cause KO said so.
Woo! Woo! The best feud.
How you do a pro. The best feud.
The best feud going to WrestleMania and Stone Cold's not even there.
And it's not even a match.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a match.
Call it a match, call it what you want, call it bullshit, call it a payday for me.
That's right. Call it a match. Call it a payday. Call it, I didn't do my finances right last year.
Call it phoning it in. Call it hashtag Saudi money. Call it what you will. I don't give a fuck.
Can't wait till Kevin Owens is his guest on Broken Skull in 2 months.
Right.
He's like,
No.
"I love you, bear."
Right after Mania.
Right.
Like right after Stone Cold stuns him, they're like, "Make sure you watch the Stone Cold interview with Kevin Owens
Right.
on Peacock right now."
I remember when I stunned you 5 seconds ago. That's pretty great.
Yeah. You're one of my favorites.
I gave you the stunner. I gave it to you. And then I gave you a stunner, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah. Then Owens gives the cameraman a stunner, and that guy sold it very well.
He did,
well.
right?
Very well.
He's like, "This is my time to shine."
Like during the promo, they showed the cameraman, they showed a different shot showing the cameraman in the ring, and I was like, "Oh, that was a fuck up," because they never showed that.
They never.
Right.
But obviously it was on purpose to
Right.
set up that he's going to stun the cameraman, so that was pretty funny. So, always gold from Kevin Owens. He's got to do a feud by himself, basically.
Correct, yeah. And
Until Stone Cold shows
he's
up.
killing it.
Yeah. Next up, we have Finn Balor versus Damien Priest. Not for the United States Championship.
What?
Right.
Did he just lose it?
Yeah.
Oh, but now he's got to earn his shot when he was the champion.
I guess. We also have Austin Theory on commentary to talk shit about Pat McAfee, which has nothing to do with Balor and Priest.
Right. Well, they knew nobody wanted to see this shit. Is this, what, 3rd week in a row?
Something like that, yeah. Early in the match, Priest gave Balor the Razor's Edge on the announce table. Balor set up for the coup de grace, but then Theory jumped on the apron to distract him. Balor did his drop kick to Theory, knocking him out of his chair. And then when Balor got in the ring, Priest grabbed him and hit Reckoning for the win. So he's doing Reckoning again.
Right.
Did they change that because of Scott Hall's death? Like, don't do the Razor's Edge for a little bit?
No, it's even better then. Like, it's even better now, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But he hit the Reckoning. And then after the match, Theory gave Balor the ATL and took a selfie. And Balor's like...
Yeah.
He should have just yelled that on while laying on his back.
Right.
Same old Monday Night Raw. Take a selfie. Go ahead. Fucking ass.
By the way, and new U.S. champion.
No, not till Mania.
What?
Yeah.
He beat him, though, in the middle of
the Damien. Yeah, I know. We forgot to keep track of like who technically should be the U.S. champion right now, but oh well. Next up, we have Omos versus Commander Aziz. Wow.
This is it.
What a WrestleMania caliber match. Not. This was like 30 seconds. Omos kind of gave Aziz a suplex.
You're very liberal with the word kind of.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that was.
Then he gave him the two-handed choke slam for the quick win. After the match, Omos grabbed Apollo Crews and gave him a choke slam.
Basically palmed his head.
Yeah.
And lifted him.
Right.
And they're like, Omos is still trying to figure out a road to WrestleMania. So they must be doing the Battle Royal if they're setting this up, you know?
Yes.
But Omos, like, he's actually significantly taller than Andre the Giant was. Yet you look at him, and I'm like, I could kick his ass. Like, I feel I could beat him up. I mean, I know I can't, but watching him...
He's so slow.
And he's goofy, though. Yeah. Like, when he roars, he looks like he's smiling. He's like, roar! It's like, you need to look, like, evil and mad. You look happy when you're roaring.
Yeah. No happy roaring.
He looks like a doofus.
Yeah.
Like, Andre the Giant, and again, Andre had, like, gigantism, so even though he was not as tall as Omos, his head was, like, 4 times bigger. Yeah. His hands were, like, 4 times bigger.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's the difference about Andre the Giant and all these other guys that are technically taller than him, but they're just not as physically imposing.
Yeah.
Omos looks like a 12-year-old. It's weird. Like, he's not imposing at all. But I guess he's winning the fucking Battle Royal in a couple weeks.
He just wins it, that's it? Like, they're basically setting him up to win it, and he just wins it?
I guess.
Yeah.
Gross.
Next up, we have Liv Morgan, and then at some point he's got to, like, get a title shot against Roman or Brock, you know, whoever wins at Mania.
Right.
Right? I don't know. He's never lost a singles match?
I think he's the first one.
He's the first one?
He's the first title defense outside of a rematch of those two.
Yeah.
At Backlash, and then he just gets destroyed.
Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But it's also like, how do you even book that on a pay-per-view because he can't wrestle?
Yeah.
Maybe they shouldn't.
It's like Giant Gonzalez. Yeah, Roman Reigns versus Omos in the pre-show. Well, we couldn't be sure, you know, like we don't know. I don't know. Next up, we have Liv Morgan versus Queen Zelina, and Carmella distracted Liv. So Rhea went after her, but Carmella jumped on Corey Graves' lap because they have a sex tape or something like that.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
They have like a sex tape on WWE's YouTube channel, right?
I think so.
Yeah. And then Liv hit Vega with Oblivion for the win, and Vega's upset again because Carmella didn't have her back. And
so they're obviously losing these titles.
I guess. Backstage, Seth Rollins is still upset because he isn't going to WrestleMania. And fans were chanting, Cody, Cody.
Yeah.
Then Kevin Owens walks up and he's like, I know things are tough, but tough times don't last. Tough guys do. Yeah, so that's 2 Scott Hall references.
Right. Sure.
You can still get to WrestleMania. You just got to come up with something. You're the visionary. You have visions. He's like, I don't have that nickname. And he's like, think about all the WrestleMania moments you created. You beat Triple H, you beat Brock Lesnar, you cashed in the Money in the Bank and became WWE Champion. You lost to me, but we don't have to talk about that one. And then Rollins smiles. He seems to have an epiphany.
Yes.
And he walks away. And later, we have an in-ring promo from Seth. He comes out, he's super excited. Like when he runs out of he's like jumping up and down.
Yeah.
It's actually really funny. And Rollins asks Owens to come out so he can tell him his plan. And he tells KO, what if I also had a talk show and my guest was Stone Cold Steve Austin? And KO's like, no, he's my guest.
Yeah.
I have a talk show at WrestleMania. This isn't a good plan. You have to think of something else. And Seth's like, how about we have a match tonight and the winner gets to have Stone Cold on their talk show?
Which is the dumbest idea
Absolutely.
of all time.
Dumbest premise.
It's,
Right.
it's an
Right.
interview. It's
Yeah.
just an interview.
Right.
The winner gets to face Stone Cold in an interview.
So Owens is like, well, no, obviously
One-on-one.
not.
Yeah.
Stone Cold already called me out. He hates me. He doesn't have, he doesn't have any issues with you.
Right.
But then Sonya Deville comes out and she makes the match official.
Yeah.
Because Adam Pearce isn't there to be like, no, that's dumb.
Right.
If he would, yeah. So that's the main event for Raw. We'll get back to that. Next up, we have Rey and Dominic versus the Hurt Business.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
We got the Miz and Logan Paul on commentary. The Mysterios win. Miz and Paul attack them after the match, but the Mysterios beat them up. They go for the 619 on Paul, but Miz pulls him out of the ring.
Yeah.
Because you got to wait for WrestleMania
To get that double 619.
to see Logan Paul get a 619.
619.
Right.
And then did you see Ray give them the suck it chops?
No, I didn't see that.
Multiple times.
Oh, really?
He got on the second rope and did suck it. And then he got off, and then he did suck it again. I was like, what are you doing?
Is that maybe a Razor thing? Because he was part of the clique?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Scott Hall did do that.
Yeah.
You could have just went like this.
You know what? It was very Scott Hall-ish. Because he did it the way Scott Hall would do it.
Right.
Where he would just do it like kind of, nonchalantly. Like,
Yeah.
all right, makes sense.
Like my
Fair
dick.
enough. Fair enough, Ray. Fair enough. Next up, we have an in-ring promo from Edge. And he's got new entrance music.
Oh no.
I guess because he really is going all in on the heel turn.
Yeah, I guess
He doesn't
so.
want fans popping for his entrance music if he's going to be a heel.
Right, yeah, I guess.
But it starts with him saying, you think you know me? Ha ha, you never did. And I mean, it's not generic, it's actually like a real song, so at least it's not like just generic WWE bullshit. But it's not like, it's not on this day, certainly, but he's going all in on his heel turn. He says, I'm better than everyone, but since I came back 2 years ago, I haven't shown that aptitude.
In trying to appease all of you, I took my eye off the prize, allowing a man like Randy Orton to tear my triceps from the bone. Allowing Seth Rollins to cost me the Universal Championship, walk into my home and piss all over my territory. Allowing the Aquaman cosplayer Roman Reigns, a man who can't lace my boots, to stack pin me at WrestleMania. And if that Edge faced AJ Styles at WrestleMania, then AJ would leave that Edge in the dust. But that Edge is dead, baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
Aquaman cosplayer, that's great.
Yeah, it is.
And then he addresses AJ saying, I will pass the verdicts around here from now on, and if you make it to WrestleMania, you will be judged.
So, okay.
It's full heel Edge now.
Full heel.
He's not going back.
Yeah.
He's not going back.
He's gonna keep. No, wait.
Yeah. I mean, at least he's trying something new, right?
Yeah,
he's
sure.
not the rated R superstar.
Right.
He's this
rated PG-13.
he's like super intellect evil guy. I don't know.
He's like one of those like super smart evil geniuses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got another Veer is coming promo. This time he's behind the cage. And he yells, you will face the power of the coming storm. And then he comes.
He literally comes.
He literally comes.
Yeah.
And why is he cross-eyed?
Look,
Because he's
why?
coming.
You cross your eyes when you come? I don't know.
That's
Find out.
Yeah. That's his O face.
He's coming.
Can that be
What the fuck?
the picture for the podcast this week?
Probably should be. Oh! Jeez, like they're really going all in with, let's just make him
With
come.
the coming. They're really going all in with the coming.
He posts like on Instagram and Twitter like pictures of himself in like really nice suits, like he's a model or something. He took a photo of like him like sitting in a chair at IKEA.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's something about IKEA, and I tweeted, I was like, can they build you a car so you can get to Raw?
Right.
Like, why are you taking professional photos at IKEA? What's
I know a
happening?
guy who let me in early.
What is happening? It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Bianca Belair versus Doudrop.
All of those things.
It was
How
intense.
many times have they fought now?
38.
It's disgusting.
This
It's
year.
disgusting amount of
38 this year.
Yeah.
But there haven't even been 38 weeks yet.
I know.
That's crazy. Nikki Ash is ringside because her and Doudrop are a tag team now.
Question mark.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are they going to be the fourth team added to the...
They tried to like invent it too. They're like, no, these two started training the same exact day in WWE
Yeah.
a few years ago.
Right.
Yeah, no, not even close.
Right. Well, if you're not chasing the title, you're a tag team.
Yeah. So we got, obviously, the KOD for the win.
Right.
Of course. After the match, Becky Lynch attacks Belair, puts her head through a chair, and pulls her braids, so she goes into the ring post. And then Becky yells, next week, your hair, bitch. So she's going to cut it off?
I guess.
Or try to?
She'll try to.
But that was it was a good spot. It was a good spot with her pulling her hair, and then she went into the ring post.
It was a good spot,
I did
for
like
sure.
that.
Yeah.
So,
You gotta try to injure her somehow to make her seem like she's not gonna win.
yeah. Next up, we have the RK Bro Championship celebration. Riddle's like, we did it, Randy. We're going to WrestleMania. Everyone's going to WrestleMania.
Right. I really wish they'd stop saying that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you?
Right.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Are they trying? Is it like subliminal advertising? Like if you say we're going to WrestleMania over and over and over and over again, you're like, oh, I should go to WrestleMania.
That's probably it.
Maybe.
That's probably it, honestly.
Yeah.
Everyone's going but me.
Clearly.
Me and Seth are the only two people not going to WrestleMania. Shit. So Orton thanks Riddle for being his tag team partner and his friend.
Yeah.
Orton even said he said he's never had a tag team partner. He was like, well, Edge. You forget about Edge.
Edge.
I forgot about Edge. And last time Riddle threw them a party, so this time Orton returned the favor, but the balloons are dead. And they just have like shitty popcorn, soda, and bubble gum from the concession stand.
What concession says those bubble gum?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, when I go to Toyota Center, I'm like, ooh, let me get a beer, a hot dog, and bubble gum.
Bubble gum, yeah. Right. So Orton has another gift in a small bag, but before Riddle can open it, the Street Profits come out and challenge them for a tag title match at WrestleMania. Orton says no, but Montez Ford says, we aren't asking you, we're telling you.
But they just asked.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Orton says, nobody has ever told me what to do, not The Undertaker, not even Vince McMahon, so I suggest you leave or I'll make you leave. Riddle calms Randy down and says, we have to face someone at WrestleMania.
Do you though?
And they did beat us. So Riddle convinces Orton and they accept the match. Ford says, maybe next time we'll show you how to throw a party that's not so ass. And Riddle gets offended by that and he doesn't want to wait till WrestleMania, so we have Riddle versus Ford.
Right. If if they weren't going to have Riddle and Orton fight each other and they didn't put the tag titles back on, I think it would have been entertaining to have them be the hosts of WrestleMania.
Sure, because we don't need 3 tag team matches.
No.
At
3
WrestleMania.
triple threat tag team matches, apparently.
Right, yeah, they'll probably become fatal 4-ways.
Sure.
Again, there was a WrestleMania, I think the one
35.
The one in New York.
Yeah.
All 3 tag team matches were fatal 4-ways.
Correct.
Wow. Will probably happen again.
And all teams retained.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think all new.
All new.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Who cares? So this match was pretty good until the end. They had some nice high spots.
Riddle hit an RKO, but then Otis ran out and attacked Orton. Gable attacked Angelo Dawkins. Then Otis grabbed Riddle and slammed him into the barricade for the DQ. Otis and Gable did a clothesline suplex combo to Dawkins, and then Otis gave Ford a Vader bomb, and Gable followed up with a moonsault that he didn't get all of it, but Alpha Academy stands tall. Yeah. Again, I don't know why they put the titles on RK Bro before WrestleMania.
Right.
Yeah, they're doing this now, right?
Unless the breakup is the only thing that would make sense is if the breakup happens at Mania.
Like they lose the titles and Orton RKO's Riddle.
Yeah.
And then they fight at WrestleMania. Backlash.
But it's got to be Riddle on Orton at this point. It's got to be. It's got to be.
You think so?
Do you turn Riddle a heel? He'll be great. He'll be great.
Yeah, but we're talking about like what actually will happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Next up, we have Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, and they put up a graphic of Stone Cold's beer, and Owens was yelling, "Why are we promoting this trash? I'm going to put out my own brand of milk." And then they played highlights of how this match came about, and a fan video showed Owens yelling, like, "Why are we showing this? It just happened."
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. It's great. As for the match, Seth went for a roll-up early on, and then Owens went for a stunner, but neither hit. In the end, Rollins pushed Owens into the turnbuckle, and the ref had to dive out of the ring to get out of the way. Seth goes for a roll-up, but it was a delayed count because the ref had to get back in the ring, and Owens kicked out. Seth yelled at the ref, goes for the curb stomp, but Owens moves and hits a stunner for the win.
Stunner!
Seth Rollins is still not going to WrestleMania.
Oh, no.
Until Cody Rhodes shows up next week.
They're going to have him do the John Cena Undertaker thing.
Are they? That lasted months.
So what did Corey say at the very end? Did you hear what Corey said?
Oh, yeah. His WrestleMania hopes were dashed, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Dashed, and his dreams have now turned into a nightmare.
Right.
Yeah. Showing off the air.
Right. So,
Dun, dun, dun.
it's pretty obvious at this point.
Right.
You would think they would have announced it by now, but maybe he still hasn't signed.
Do you still think that could be one surprise for WrestleMania? No?
Well, what Seth Rollins comes out, demands a match, and then Cody comes out 100%. And squashes him in 30 seconds?
Sure. Right.
I would hate that.
Yeah.
I would hate that. Like, Cody's, and Seth Rollins is a heel, so Cody's gonna return as a babyface? Fuck.
No, they'll boo Cody instantly. Because, especially if he's acting like a face.
They'll cheer the surprise.
Yeah.
But then, like, 2 weeks later, they'll boo his ass again if he cuts the same AEW promos.
Right.
So, who knows? But, on to awards. Who did you have for worst dressed?
I had quote-unquote Butch. Who are you?
Yeah, it's got, of course, Butch.
Or
Butch.
Crutchy.
Sweep it.
Butch, Crutchy. Tiny Tim.
Okay, yeah.
Tiny Tim.
Best dressed?
I had Becky.
Yeah,
What?
she has a
Like-
gold thing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All in gold?
Oh,
She's covered up.
I liked it.
I had
like
Sasha
her.
Banks.
Yep.
Sasha Banks again.
Okay. Yeah.
Worst acting?
Carmella.
I had Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I remember.
Carmella like trying to fuck Corey mid-match or during that.
That was bad.
She would have done it. That would have been best acting.
It would have been, but
best,
she didn't.
Best move,
Top
best
tease
moment.
does not get you
Best
best
form.
acting.
Best comment would have been,
Best porn.
What would have been? Okay.
You know, like, yeah.
Oh, okay. Instead of it was oi.
Yeah.
Best acting?
Come on,
Kevin Owens' award goes to...
Kevin Owens.
I had Seth Rollins.
You did?
Yeah, I was very entertained. He made me laugh a lot more.
Right. Well,
Like,
how amazing though that someone filmed Owens doing the thing. Like we just saw this.
Rollins really made me laugh when he came out all excited.
Yeah.
Worst comment?
You might know him by another name, but we call him Butch.
Yeah. Michael Cole saying, "Not like this."
Oh,
Come on, Pat.
Yeah, it's still got to be Butch. Butch is going to win a lot of awards.
Butch.
Best comment?
And that's the bottom line because KO said so.
That's good. I like the Aquaman line from Edge.
Okay.
Me too. Aquaman cosplayer. Worst match?
Liv Zelina.
Oh, I had Dewdrop Belair.
Okay.
Again.
I had Rich Holland and Sheamus versus the New Day because of Big E's neck.
Yeah.
Slow-mo?
Aziz almost.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Best match?
Owens Seth.
Yup!
Yeah.
Worst move? Big E breaking his neck?
Yeah. The neck buster suplex.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Best move?
The Becky Bianca chair spot.
That's my pet name. That's the pet name I have for Bianca when we're together.
Oh,
Bianchi.
Okay.
Yeah, I had that, the pulling her hair into the ring post.
Yeah.
Worst moment or segment?
Either of the Charlotte Ronda.
Well, I was going to
Either one
say
of them.
Big E breaking his neck.
Well,
That's not great.
Big E breaking his neck.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Yeah, okay.
Best moment?
Razor tribute?
Yeah.
And I'll include all the Owens Razor things in those.
Yeah. Razor tribute.
Fair enough. Sweep it.
Yeah.
All right, breaking news. On his Grilling JR podcast, Jim Ross said he spoke to Steve Austin about WrestleMania and said, at the time we talked, he didn't sound overwhelmingly enthusiastic about it. So yeah, fuck WrestleMania. Watch AEW. I told Stone Cold, I said, why don't you come to AEW? You could be your real name, Steve Williams, again.
I'm sure you love that.
You know? You could be the manager of the Varsity Blondes. It'll be great. Come on down.
Freak.
Come on down, you freak. I know you're a freak. But, I mean, I believe him. I can't imagine, it's just Stone Cold's like, yeah, I'm just gonna... I mean, I'm sure it'll be a good segment, but...
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, I have a little bit of trivia here.
Oh.
For news.
Fuck you, Joe.
What do The Undertaker, Vader, and Queen Sharmell have in common?
Oh, God. Well,
They're all in this year's Hall of Fame class.
Right.
Sharmell.
The Undertaker,
Yeah.
Vader, and Queen Sharmell.
I guess Stacy Keibler, Mickey James.
Yeah.
None of them are in? Stacy Keibler's not?
No.
What?
No.
Stacey Keibler inducted Tori a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I remember that.
She's not in.
Tori's in, but Stacy's not.
I mean, hell, you could put Sasha Banks in at this point.
Queen Sharmell.
Yeah, Mickey James. Hello.
And who's inducting her? Booker T.
Who
They've
was-
already said that. So basically they're putting Booker T in again.
But
No,
why?
that's what this is.
She was around for what, like 6 months?
Yeah.
It couldn't have been longer than that.
Yeah, it was not that
Was she a Nitro girl?
Who cares?
Was she?
Doesn't
I
matter.
don't know.
No, didn't they meet? I don't know. I thought they met through this.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's terrible. Is there no one else?
Yeah, right.
Is there no one else? Also, this is pretty awesome. Tony Storm has an OnlyFans now, so.
Yeah, and she teased the first one of the pictures.
Yes.
Hi.
It's pretty nice.
Wow.
Was that involving Hortokas?
No,
this
it's
one
moves.
wasn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not sure if it'll be nudity or
It
anything like
won't.
that, but
It won't.
she's got OnlyFans. It's $19.99 if you want to
Wow.
purchase it and send us the pics.
Yeah.
Any other news?
Yes, I had one little small piece of news.
She was a Nitro girl. Good job.
Alright. Fightful talked to Braun Breaker, and he was basically saying, like, I got to meet and talk with a ton of superstars that gave me all kinds of tips and helps, things that they wanted to extend to me to help me be successful. What do you think was the number one thing they said to him?
Oh, I heard this. Yeah, I heard this.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they're like, you gotta smile more. You should smile more. You should be a big grinning idiot.
Vince told me I ought to smile more.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So,
that was
yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, so hopefully, he doesn't take that advice to heart, because please stop fucking smiling.
Yeah.
Everyone.
All right, rumor time.
Yeah.
Rumors!
Kevin Owens wins back the Universal title?
Maybe!
Balor Club to finally get a second member?
Too sweet!
Brock Lesnar willingly works a full schedule?
No chance!
Next year's WrestleMania will be in Saudi Arabia?
Confirmed!
The Wrestling Observer says that Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins is still listed internally for WrestleMania, but it's not a lock.
Gotta be a lock,
Hear that, Joe?
It's got to be a lock.
But wouldn't they be announced?
Is that a joke? Is that a lock of the century?
It's a lock of the century.
Wouldn't they have announced it already, though?
No, they got to slow play something, I think.
Yeah.
I think they're doing it right.
Oh, right. It's all about selling tickets. And ticket sales are down. You would think as soon as they fucking have it in lock.
Cody Rhodes is going to make you go buy a ticket to WrestleMania?
Wow.
No.
I still don't think it's
AEW marks? Yeah, AEW marks, sure.
They hate him.
Well, not the Marky marks. The Marky
Marky marks.
They
Mark
suck his
Hamilton.
dick. So
Mark is on it.
Yeah.
Also, Dave Meltzer says WWE wants to induct the Steiner brothers, but it depends on whether Scott Steiner will do it. If he refuses, they'll just induct Rick.
Okay.
Because Scott still hates everyone in WWE.
Yeah.
He's very vocal about that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Pfeiffer reports that WWE filmed some vignettes for the return of Elias, but that doesn't really mean anything until firm plans are set.
Right.
I mean, just look
I'm
at...
sure they filmed these like a year ago.
Just look at Veer.
Right.
Just look at Veer.
Look how long he's been coming.
Right. Any other rumors?
No rumors.
All right, trivia time.
Yeah, there was also, I had that for rumors too, there was also a name change that was pitched. They haven't really heard any details by Fightful. That Vince was mad they looked too much like Randy Savage. Like, he doesn't look that much like Randy Savage.
Yeah.
We don't have to, like, go out of our way, you know what I mean?
Right. Like, if he comes out, I'm not going to be like, is that Randy Savage back from the dead?
Well, people were already calling him Randy Savage the first time.
Right.
Yeah. Did the fucking elbow drop. That was his finisher.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, trivia time. What was the first ever Dave Meltzer 5-star match in WrestleMania history?
Macho and what's his name?
No, it's incorrect.
Macho and
Steamboat?
Steamboat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's right.
Before that? Can't be
It
before.
was after that. I'm not sure if he had a rating before that.
No, he did.
He did?
Yeah.
What was his earliest rating? I guess
He's rated all the Manias.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been doing it a while, since the 70s. He gave like Hogan Andre like -4 stars or something like that.
Oh, what a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I like him.
You know, it kind of relates to some topics. The topic.
Razor and Shawn?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ladder match.
Okay.
Yeah, good work.
Took 10 WrestleManias.
Right.
We get 5.
Yeah.
It's because they never did one in the Tokyo Dome.
True.
Right.
Should have.
Right.
All right, fan questions. Bobby DeMarc, Soydem, y'all ready for WrestleMania, SmackDown, Raw, and NXT all 5 nights?
No.
Nope.
That's true. It's 5 nights in a row.
Huh?
SmackDown, Mania, Raw, NXT.
Oh, shit.
All back to back to
Well,
back to back.
well, I'm sure NXT will go back to Flow Rida.
Maybe.
Flow Ride? No, but I'm saying it'll
Right.
be Tuesday. Yeah.
And Stand and Delivers midday on Saturday.
Yeah, we're competing with them.
That's funny.
Yeah, we're their competition.
What tiny arena is that in?
I'm not sure.
Something that holds like 5,000 people.
Like Dallas High School Stadium.
Yeah.
Gym Stadium.
Right. It's a WrestleMania weekend event. It's gonna be in a stadium.
I think they sold like it's in a place that holds 5,000. They sold like 3,000 like kind of right away. So yeah. Justin Stewart, would you guys rather be a terrible heel or a terrible face? I would say heel because at least people are gonna hate you. They're supposed to.
I'd rather be a terrible face because then you know what to do as a heel. Basically the opposite of what you're doing as a face.
But you might be stuck as a terrible face like Cody Rhodes.
That's true.
199 Big T, Pushfire Barry Video Game Edition, Final Fantasy series, Metal Gear series, Uncharted series. There's only one right answer.
This is a wrestling question?
Yeah.
Alright.
So I've never really played Uncharted. I've played a couple Final Fantasies, but really it's all about Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
I've played a bunch of Metal Gears, but like as a series, I guess Metal Gear, Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7 is like my favorite game ever, but I really haven't played the other ones.
Very Final Fantasy and Fire Uncharted.
Yeah, fuck Uncharted. DeMarcus Moreland, what star outside of WWE do you think Vince could actually book better? No one. It's Vince.
Yeah.
You can't book anyone good.
Correct.
So, I don't know. V1 Wilson, favorite Razor Ramon moment other than the ladder match?
Oh.
Razor Ramon, so it can't be Scott Hall.
Fair enough.
Can't be WCW.
I think when he got pinned by 1-2-3 Kid, and then like kind of turned face after that.
Yeah.
That was kind of like fun watching that transition.
Right, and that was like on the first Raw, right?
Was
I think
the
so.
first ever Raw?
Where he had like the open challenge or whatever.
And then 1-2-3 came out.
Yeah. That's right. What always got me is when you just throw the toothpick in the camera.
Yeah.
In his entrance. I loved that so much.
Yep. Bradley Gentry, unpopular opinion, on board with this version of Edge. Nothing new, nothing interesting. Can you honestly say that you look forward to his promo every week? It's the same thing every week.
Well, it's only happened 2 weeks.
It's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm not tired of it yet. It's better than 90% of the show.
Right, yeah.
Jason Deerham, I think we've all seen enough CSI to know that the actual original purpose of the black light Edge now uses for his promos was to find out if Veer has come yet.
Yeah.
Imagine Sonny coming out to the ring in that lighting.
Oh my God.
It's a walking Jackson Pollock.
Ian McAllister, update on boy names. We both like the name Wyatt. Somehow all of our names are WWE related. What do you guys think? Yeah, Wyatt's cool. Wyatt's cool too.
It's a great name.
Wyatt or Finn, sure.
Finn.
Dylan, that was one they said last week.
Or you could go. I mean, you could go with Randy,
Edge,
Roman.
Yeah. Just don't go with Randy.
Yeah.
Go with Randy.
Right. Macho Man.
Macho Man.
If you're gonna do WWE, I mean, come on now.
Hulk Pizarro.
Yeah. Stone Cold.
Hollywood, Hulk, Hogan. What was the last one?
McAllister.
There you go.
Dylan, will you guys try WWE 2K22 at some point? Would love to watch you guys play, or play one of the old SmackDown versus Raw games against each other. Will you buy it for us, Dylan?
Yeah, if you buy it, we'll play it. We'll make a Patreon episode.
Yeah, we'll do that. That's true. We can technically do
like
that.
a Rumble?
Yeah. We do have a TV in here now.
Yeah.
Have to somehow hook up the PlayStation to this hanging television.
Just get like a TV tray to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luis Vasquez, wrestling fucking sucks.
Hey!
Yeah, that's right. I'm more curious on what you guys drive and how much it took to fill it up. I personally drive a Toyota Corolla hatchback, and it took $47 to fill it up here in Dallas, Texas.
47? That sounds amazing.
That's true. Our WrestleMania, travel expenses just doubled because of the fucking gas prices.
I know.
God damn it.
It's $100 to fill up my car right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I drove.
I have not filled up my car since gas prices have spiked.
Yeah.
I put like $20 in every time.
Oh. I filled up the other day. I drove a Nissan, and it was like 36.
But you have it's a good car mileage car.
I do.
How many gallons?
Like 11, maybe 12.
All right.
Joey's loving his hybrid right now.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, it should have been like 44. Like gas is like over $4 now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm lucky. My commute to work is about 10 minutes.
Oh, fuck you.
My commute here is like 45 each way.
Like 45. Yeah, look, you should have moved over here. You know, you just bought a new house. Should have bought one over here.
Yeah.
There's plenty of houses for sale.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Savage, how long until Cody chants turn into indifference once he speaks into the microphone?
Yeah.
Probably the first time he speaks into the microphone.
Right.
Words.
Alan Dick, if you could only watch one day of this year's Mania, which day? I mean, the first has Stone Cold and Kevin Owens.
And Edge and AJ, I think.
Is Edge and AJ day one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, what do we even need to watch day two for then?
Right, yeah.
Mike Dawes, WWE main roster only. Who would you cast as Batman? Someone asked this on Hogwash. He says, I would go with Seth, just so I could hear, I'm vengeance, alright?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Who's got like a really nice jaw? You know, because Batman's got to have a nice jaw.
John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he's not there anymore.
Boogs.
Boogs.
We are back, man!
Yeah, right.
And I came to rock!
I don't know. I think I said Randy Orton. Randy Orton, he's got a nice jaw.
Yeah.
He could be Batman.
Maybe Riddle.
Riddle.
Blunt Man.
He's Oh, we figured out who it is. He's not wearing any shoes.
I'm here to fight crime.
Wow, what happened to your feet?
I'm here to fight crime with Randy. He would be Robin. He would be Robin, yeah. Pop Culture Junkie, each of you must pick one for yourself and assign the other two for each of your co-hosts to attempt. Which bump would you rather risk taking?
Got it.
Brock's WrestleMania Shooting Star Press.
You'd have to take it or do it?
You'd have to attempt it.
Okay.
King of the Ring 2001 being thrown through the glass walls by Kurt Angle. Taking both bumps Mankind took off and through the Hell in a Cell.
Oh, man.
Those are all
Eric, can give you those.
Thank you.
Kurt, all of these you risk being paralyzed.
Right, especially because the King of the Ring one, it was supposed to be fake glass and it wasn't, so that's why it took him 2 attempts each
Andrew,
time.
you're going to have to do the Shooting Star. I think you have more flip capabilities than we do.
You got more flippity-doo.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I could do it.
So you're taking the...
No, none of us can do it.
Well, I mean, don't doubt me.
The King of the Ring side?
I think so.
Okay.
It may be my athletic prime I could pull off a Shooting Star Press.
Sure.
Anyone can be thrown off a Hell in a Cell.
Right.
You just might not live through it.
Well...
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I don't like to wish violence.
I do all of them for $1 million, though. D-Log, D-Log, what was the moment you realized that Vince McMahon officially lost his damn mind when it comes to the booking? Probably the gobbledygooker. What was the early 90s?
What was the day we started this pod?
Yeah, right? Probably the day before that.
Yeah.
I mean, it all goes back to Batista winning the 2014 Royal Rumble.
Oh, what a fuck up.
It really all goes back to that. Roll up Carnosaur. So I wondered, is there a WWE employee that's only job is to put together death packages prematurely? So when someone passes away, Vince calls this guy's back phone and says, "No problem, boss. Give me 5 minutes to enter the dates."
Yeah, we talked about that.
Maybe. Matt Damon. Pushfire Barry, the blank tag teams made up of singles competitors. The blank tag teams made up of singles competitors? Brothers of Destruction, Mega Powers, Rock and Sock.
Oh, so put random people in all of these tag team names. If you were just going to add 2 random singles competitors.
Really?
Yeah. But that's kind of what they all were already.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I mean, Rock and Sock were my favorite.
Oh no, it's just a push by fair. Can't talk today. Push Barry Fire of these 3.
But why did he put the blank tag teams?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought maybe invent your own with 2 random wrestlers. Like if Flair was with Val Venus, the Rick and Dick connection.
Well, it's just push Fire. I mean, I would push Rock and Sock. I love them.
Great.
The Woodcock.
I didn't come alone.
Barry, I don't know, the Brothers of Destruction, Fire the Mega Powers.
Yes. Yeah, that works.
Oof. Carlos Ramirez, WrestleMania 2000 deserves a recap. Ugh. The worst WrestleMania ever.
That hardcore match where, unlimited pins for 15 minutes.
We probably should. That would be probably fun to fucking do.
Yeah.
It's going to be so bad.
Maybe this month.
Yeah. Estor, in honor of Stone Cold Day, can he sing a little bit of the What's Wrong with Wrestling theme? I mean...
What's wrong with wrestling? Oh, fuck.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always right, don't you dare have a different opinion.
Or...
What?
The
rest of it?
No.
Sounds like me. And kind of looks like Kevin Owens from a stunt.
Yeah, that's the part you need to cover.
Amir, should they name the best moment of an orgasm? Vergasm after
Veergasm?
Veer?
Yeah.
He said
Veergasm.
It's a vergasm.
Yeah, that's funny.
Veergasm.
Look, we all fucking, it happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Mario Rizzo, do we ever see Ridge Holland again? Yes, on SmackDown on Friday.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Don't give a
He's
shit.
not going anywhere. Zaheen Rahman, not wrestling related, but what do y'all do for your day jobs? Well, we've had this question before.
Many times. Once a year.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So
go back and find it. That's
I'm now in real estate.
Fun for you.
If you're in the Houston area.
I'm back in radio.
Yeah.
I'm Same old
Monday.
Same old.
Monday, Friday.
Yeah, right, basically.
Kevin Key rumors. How do you book a Cody return and Mania match? You don't. So, yeah. All right, that's all for fan questions. So make sure you subscribe to our podcast. Give us a 5-star review. Check out our website, what'swrongwithwrestling.com. Like the show on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wrong Wrestling. Get a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/what'swrongwithwrestling. Become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/what'swrongwithwrestling. Listen to the other podcast, Hollywood Hogwash. And in a couple weeks,
come to our live show.
Come to our live show at Turning Point Beer.
Yes.
In Dallas.
Yeah.
It's only like 10 minutes from AT&T Stadium.
Right.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. 1 p.m. on Saturday, April 2nd.
I'll be there. Drinking.
Yes.
Heavily.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
And, we're also going to be doing our WrestleMania scorecards.
Yeah.
I have to defend my belt. Going into Mania as champ.
And I've got to win that belt so I can be slamming 2 belts.
Oh, that's right. You have the other one.
I do. I have the
one now.
I had the AEW.
You Brock Lesnar in the AEW
That's
belt.
fucking right.
You fucking hypocrite.
I know. Wow. Give me my money.
What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling. Oh no. And he's always right. Don't you dare have a different opinion. He sounds like Stone Cold Steve Austin. It kinda looks like Kevin Owens. Dean Ambrose is in his daydreams, and Charlotte is in his sex dream. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling. Oh no. Obnoxious, crazy, loud, egocentric, no doubt that's Joe. Self-proclaimed strongest and best-looking man in the world. Loves wrestling, but only part-time. Strong, big Flair's pretty sublime, yeah. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Every shirt most loved, and he can't really hold in his piss. He made hashtag push Eric Gallo push him off a cliff. He doesn't think Stacy Keebler is that high, and we almost forgot Josh. He's just a troll. What's wrong with